What's up, y'all? In today's video, we are going to unbox and review Sideshow's Wolverine. So come on back, let's get to it. Here's Wolverine, still in package. What I do like on the box, some of the different art styles from some of the different artists that either worked on X-Men comics or any of the just solo Wolverine series. Another thing that's pretty cool, I'll just go ahead and take Wolverine out of the box. Set them aside for a moment, and you can see some more of the box art on the inside. So I definitely like some of the different styles from different comic book artists. Wolverine is my all-time favorite X-Men character, and as much as I enjoyed the movies, I like the look from the comic book myself. So let's get them out of the clamshell and let's see what accessories he comes with. Here are the accessories that comes with Wolverine. You have two different pairs of arms that have no articulation in them. I guess with these arms, you know, if you want to do a pose with them cross-armed, these they don't articulate either. I guess you could just use them for when he's burying the claws. He does come with a couple of different hands, and what I think is cool is that you get both the adamantium claws and bone claws. Now, one of the things that you can do with these hands is the claws do come off, which can be a pain, but basically they just unplug and they would go onto the other hands that are currently on Wolverine. These claws are basically permanent. I think they are. I tried to see if they unplugged, and they don't seem to quite do that. So I'm going to guess that they're permanently on these hands. And the bone claws look pretty cool. They can be somewhat pointy. Not the reason why I have a band-aid on, but you know, they are made of plastic. The adamantium claws, I believe they are plastic also, so you want to be careful. They could be pretty pointy, so try to handle them with caution. But yeah, this is, and then the stand with the crotch grabber. But let's move on. Let's get to the actual figure. Here's Wolverine in his classic tiger suit. I really like the details in this figure. The uniform is a type of stretchy fabric, almost, I guess, to somewhat simulate spandex. The belt is a type of pleather, and I like the details that are in his shoulder pauldrons, kind of, you know, a little bit of chipping on both the front and the back. So Yeah, and the articulation's pretty good. Um, he can look up, about that much, and down, pretty good. I believe his head is on a type of ball joint. The articulation in the arms, definitely goes up to about 90. There's no real bicep swivel, or if there is, maybe the joints in my figure are still a little too tight. There is a butterfly joint in there, and a single jointed elbow that goes about a little past 90. The hands are, they swivel. There's a little bit of articulation in there, not much, but enough to get by. His head does twist, a little bit of tilt. He bends back a little bit and has a little bit of an ab crunch, goes forward just a little bit. I think with the fabric, when I was messing with his legs, his legs can go up to about that much, but they won't stay. And I think that's because of the fabric. The knees bend really well, double knee joint there. There's not a whole lot of articulation in the feet. It is a ball joint. Articulate too much and that comes off. And also he does have some twist. So let's get him into some poses and let's change out these for the claws. So I'll be right back. Here we have Wolverine brandishing his claws, getting ready to take on one of his foes, whether it's Sabretooth, maybe the Sentinels, Omega Red. I doubt he'd want to take on Magneto by himself, but when he's in his berserker mode, you never know. But yeah, so far I do like this figure. The only thing that I kind of wish was that they made the face sculpt look more like he's kind of baring his teeth, not just kind of a stoic look. Or, maybe if they gave him another head sculpt, but, I don't know how much Sideshow does with that. I know some of the other figures that I have that are Sideshow have come with at least one other head sculpt, so they could have done that with Wolverine easily. Whether he's baring his teeth or in a growling, yelling posture. I think that would have been a little bit more impressive than just, him with a stoic look. But, that's just a little nitpick. I still really like this figure. Let me see what other pose I can get him into. Well, here's the last pose I'm going to do with Wolverine. I had to cheat, use the stand that comes with them. But a few things that have been annoying with this figure, and hopefully it's just mine and anybody that's watching this that got this figure also, hopefully it doesn't happen to you, but the claws on his left hand, they don't really want to stay in place. Now I got them to stay there for now, but just a little nudge or movement um, or barely tap, those claws will fall right off. The claws in his right hand, they stay perfectly fine. I even tried switching them out, um, putting the right claws on the left hand. They stayed in place. The claws that are currently in the left hand, it wouldn't really stay in the other hand. And even when I tried putting it back in the hand it originally came on, it didn't want to stay there. It's like I'd have to glue it on, which is something I don't want to do. So I'll just have to be careful and figure out the pose I want to put them on and display them with. But other than that, it would have been nice if he came with a flight stand. You can do a couple more dynamic poses, have him jumping towards somebody, instead of just having to kind of crouch or bend down a little bit. Again, the details on this figure are pretty awesome. Even the details that comes on the bottom of the feet, which I'll show you here in just a second. Probably when I do, those claws will probably fall off, so let's see what happens. Okay, so yeah, let me show you. See the details in the bottom of the boots. That's pretty sweet. Even on the gauntlets of you see the zipper detail. The same thing with the back of the boots here. You can see the details of the zipper. So a lot of pretty cool things with this figure. Just a few other things that I wish were a little bit better. Like, it would have been cool if the claws were more magnetic, so they would stay on and not come off super easy. And again, it would have been nice to have had at least another head sculpt to come with Wolverine. He's kind of known for his growling or roaring, face, not just kind of a stoic look. But yeah, that's gonna kind of do it for this unboxing and review. Again, I like the comic book version of Wolverine, and I would recommend it if you are a fan of the X-Men. I already have the Sideshow Magneto, and that was a great figure. I pre-ordered Cyclops and Gambit, and like I said, overall, I'm happy with this Wolverine figure. Just a couple of gripes about it, but overall, I would recommend it. And if you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. And as always, collect what you like. Be awesome to one another. Until the next one, enough said.